So Big Gaz in Spain. So I'm actually in the UK. Came back end of Feb from Spain, and I'm just driving to a job now. But I'm making this short video as an introduction to a video that I'm going to post, and didn't get a chance to do a proper intro while I was in Spain. I was a little bit rushed in February when we were there. So I'm making this video. I've been asked a few questions on YouTube and in the comment section, and also on the email account. So yeah, we've been asked if I could make a more in-depth video of the Torre Golf Resort. I have posted an introduction to La Torre Golf Resort, and I've done a video previously about a year ago on YouTube. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, Big Gaz in Spain, and then you can pick up all those videos. Or if you just want to view the videos, it's Big Gaz in Spain. So lots of people ask for a bit more information, so I've made this video and wandered around the major part of La Torre Golf, and so hopefully shown you what it's got to offer. February's fairly quiet, so I also included some video footage of the summer when we were there, some of the bars and restaurants, just to show what it's like in the summer when it is a bit busier. We're going back again in May, so I will make some videos in May on La Torre and wherever else we go. And obviously we're going out again in the summer, so I'll make some more videos then. But yeah, have a watch and see what you think. In the comments, any questions you have, and if you want me to make any videos on anywhere around La Torre, I can do that as well. I've just made a video on Valsecas, which is a town local to La Torre, so that'll give you a flavour for that little town. There's another town called Roldan, which I'll make it's a bit bigger town. It's got a few more facilities, so I'll make a video of that town when I go back in May. So I'm just have to fit some plantation shutters right now, so back in the UK. And what else? Yeah, lots of people asking me about costs and stuff like that, so I've tried to cover as much. I'm not going to go into exactly what our costs are, but yeah, it's not the cheapest place to have an apartment or a villa or a townhouse. Certainly if you're on a smaller urbanisation rather than on a golf resort, you'll pay an awful lot less in fees, so that's always something to bear in mind. There's pros and cons really. Have a look at the video, see what you think, and then compare it to what you get in urbanisations. You know, yeah, you might be near bars and restaurants. You know, there can be really busy areas, noisy traffic. Yeah, you might be near the beach, but you know, you've got to put up with all the touristy stuff that goes on, and it tends to go on more all year round in those areas. So probably not what we were looking for, but so yep, have a look at the video, see what you think, put it in the comments, and you can ask me some questions in there. Okay, thanks. One of the roundabouts, looking really good again. So this is the sort of middle roundabout before you get to Aberdeco. Actually, it's the last roundabout on the way in. So this is one of the central areas on the sort of dual carriageway roads. So the one-way systems on these roads. One side obviously going in and one going out. And this is just one of the central sort of park areas. It's really nice. Benches everywhere. And they're really well kept. The oleander, which when it flowers is really beautiful as well. Another feature on La Torre, lots of zebra crossings. So it's always safe to cross over a road. So I'm just going to show you pool area. This is pool area number 8. Is it 8? Yeah, number 8. So this is one of the double pool areas. As you can see, these apartment blocks are all built in like a courtyard, all overlooking the pools. It's really good. So this time of year in winter, it's February, they'll get sun on the balconies, on west facing balconies later on in the afternoon, because the sun's quite low in the winter obviously. And the east facing you get in the morning. But you can always go down to the pool areas, get a bit of sun. In February you're sort of looking at about 8 o'clock. Sunrise, sun's up. And you're getting towards, at the moment it's getting towards about 7:15 and it's sun setting. Down to the town centre. Golfers just town centre down there. So out a bit. Just down there are the kiosks that are open later in the year. Now I think it's around about May that they open. That's when the season starts. I've covered this in a previous video, but as soon as this is a bit more of an all-inclusive video of the resort, I thought I'd better just show you these quickly. So the snack shack, it's like chicken, burgers, beef burgers, wraps, all sorts of things. Now there is a menu. Get a quick look at your menu for you. Hopefully you can see that and the prices. for Spanish viewers. Put it into the Spanish menu. This one here, more ice creams and shakes and stuff like that. So as I said, these are open sort of May to September, end of September, the season. Boulevards Rascafio, Razorfish, I believe. Let's have a look at the boulevard. This is the roundabout down at the town centre. Come down one side and back up Rascafio. Town centre there, so that's Golf Property Store. Next to that is LS Solicitors. Then you've got Mercia Services, some other offices, and then some offices where A to Z, which is now Avatel, I think, they'll do the internet and TV services, phone services. Then further down there you've got the Lakeside Bar, but we'll have a wander down there later on in the video. And then Sophia's, etc, etc. Mercy Holiday Rentals. They rent out equipment, bikes, equipment for apartments and villas for children, baby chairs, cots, stuff like that. The hotel on the Torre. Quite a grand entrance. Here. The hotel is spread out quite a bit. This is the entrance to the actual hotel itself, the reception and the rooms. And over there, Salonas. So you can actually drive up this onto here. Taxis and minibuses and stuff coaches do, so you can unload. I haven't got permission to film in here, so what I'll do is I'll get permission and come back later. Chua, some more apartment blocks. So but this part of the resort is nearly all apartments. This is the Salonas. Entrance. Hotel. So these are obviously rooms for holding conferences in. Meetings, possibly weddings, don't know. Coming up from the hotel on Calle Salmonetta. More apartments both sides. These again, both these apartments blocks have secure entrances, but you can get into the pool areas through these arches. So again, that's another one with pool area in the middle, play areas, Another double pool area. And that one has pool over the back and views of the golf. To the resort through the security gates. This is the first roundabout you come to. Quite impressive, and a refurbished fountain in the middle, just recently finished. All the spring flowers starting to come out on there. Very nice. Over to the golf course, and just in the distance you can see one of the small mountains in this area. It's quite flat in this area. It just starts to get mountainous as you come towards La Torre. The approach to the HT, which is just on the boundary wall on this, the south side of the resort. Quite a few golfers on today. Ideal golfing weather, it's the best time to come play golf. Between February and May, and then later on from October onwards. Because get great weather all year round, but it's just a bit warm in the summer. Exit the resort. Got two choices really. You can either turn left towards Murcia, and that takes you on what is a C3319, as you can see from that sign there, and in a roundabout where you can get onto the is it the area 19, and then cut out towards Murcia. Or you can turn right, and if you go towards that Murcia way, in a roundabout way, you can come back on the RM19 on that road, just past that barrier where you're seeing that red car go by now, and then that'll take you this way back towards San Javier, Cartagena, and the coast, also Cáceres. Or you can come down this Camino de Vicio, which will take you down there in a roundabout way, down quite a rickety road really. It has been resurfaced, but it's not great. But I use it all the time, it's a quicker route. And that takes you down to past an industrial estate which has got on it an Indian restaurant that is open. In fact, there's two Indian restaurants down there in what look like warehouse units from the outside, and one does takeaway as well that I know of, I've used. Big restaurants, not very busy this time of year. And then that mountain in the distance you can see, which is actually being mined, so quarried should I say. You take from there some huge stone, which I think they use on defensive walls on the coastal areas, and also they push other stuff down from there for road surfaces, etc. So a bit of interest for you. And over in this direction towards Murcia, you can see it gets a little bit more mountainous in that direction. And as you get towards Murcia, you can just see in the background, possibly over there, over the golf course, you can just see some mountains starting. Back to normal focus. So that way out, there's quite a few other golf resorts. In fact, out towards that mountain, the Sleeping Lady as they call it, over there, It's about 9 kilometres from here is Hacienda de Riquelme, which is a similar resort to La Torre, but doesn't quite have the amenities that La Torre does. It has a I think it's a hotel. It has like a golf club house. I don't even know if there's a shop on there, to be honest. I can find out. And there's Altiona, El Val Golf Resort. So this is quite an impressive entrance to La Torre, and I'll just show you that. So that's the end. That's the signage as you approach. And that's the entrance. So quite impressive. Fountains playing in the middle. So like, see that white car going through now is where non-residents, or should I say residents that haven't registered the vehicles, and visitors go through. The one next to it, this taller entrance, is where higher vehicles go through and residents who've registered. So that's that area. So if you've registered your car registration or your vehicle registration, then you can go through there. It opens automatically, and that side is obviously the exit. In all cases the barriers are down and you have to go through a security gate basically. Showing you some of the these are townhouses on the east, looking there, and they're looking over the Gulf. Just past the entrance, and just this building here is where you go to collect your wristbands, register for your wristbands, make an appointment to do that. I'll explain about that shortly. So La Torre Resort, and there's that. That's what you see when you first come into La Torre. It's the first roundabout. So you can turn left there and go to the hotel, straight on, and then left at the next roundabout for the restaurants, the town centre if you like, and straight on and down to your left to the golf. The hair and beauty salon is in the town centre, along with other restaurants and bars. So La Torre was started in the early 2000s and completed in around about 2008. There are around about 2,100 residences, homes. Now they could be apartments or villas or townhouses. There's a couple of styles of townhouses. There are a few styles of apartments, believe it or not. Some of the ones on the squares or the courtyard areas are have quite large apartments and penthouse apartments, and some of the other ones have curved wall style apartments, which are quite nice. They have a curved wall, which is a bit of a feature in the living room. It's basically a reflection of the staircase behind. So you've got these villas, lots of, I think there's 4 style of villas, and I'll put those on the screen when I can judge them all. So as I said, built in the early 2000s and completed, built by Polaris World, and the idea of the concept, should I say, was that it would be an all-encompassing sort of condominium style, based on American style of resort, golf resort. All your health care would be taken care of, private insurance, full security. They would do all your household insurance would be organised on site, all your cleaning, everything would be an all-inclusive package that you bought into, or you paid for various levels. That was the thought, which is pretty much an American idea, which is sort of used in luxury developments, or as we say, over 50s style retirement developments in the UK. So we've got the supermarket. The supermarket on La Torre is a spa. It's really well stocked. I've done a video on that, so you can look at that video. There's a separate video, I'll include some of it on this video. This is a like a housewares gift shop. L'autre idea, other ideas, all sorts of things in there. Then you've got Mercier Services. It is Sunday today, so it's closed. So there you have residences, reservations, check it. So here they do, if you've done rental in the residences, they'll come here, pick your keys up, etc. Get service from here, property sales here, long-term rentals, home improvements, maintenance, and key holding services. So Mercier Services. We actually bought our apartment through Mercier Services, and here are all your mailboxes. And that is the car park for the for this little shopping area. So there's just Calle Palameta, should I say. That's one of the boulevards up from what is effectively the second roundabout in. The roundabout. So you've got apartments there, that's in a square, that apartment block down 4 sides. Then got villas on here, various villas. Just got a palm tree that's been replanted. Various villas up here. Nice open street that goes off down there to a little cut through, a little cul-de-sac down there to the perimeter wall down there. And apartments. So a little bit more for you about La Torre. So every residence pays community charges. That comes in 2 parts. You pay the community charge towards the whole resort. That's the larger figure, and you then pay a community charge to your particular community or sub-community, of which there are over 100 on here. That's a smaller charge. Now the large charge, community fee to the resort, if you like, goes to the administrators. They use it for security, maintenance of the whole resort, gardening, and bigger projects like the refurbishment, for instance, of the fountain as we came in. So that goes towards all the maintenance of major areas, camera installations, repairs to pavements, etc. Now then, the roads themselves are adopted. The road isn't a private road, it belongs to the Torre Council, so in theory nobody can be refused entry through the resort because it is a public road, but you're always stopped at security, and whether you're coming in or going out, whichever entrance you use, because there are two entrances, you will be stopped at each entrance and your registration is recorded. So it is a massive deterrent, and there's very, very, very little crime on the Torre. In fact, I won't say it's negligible, because all crimes hurt somebody, but it's a very, very low rate of crime. Very. Another one of those central park areas down the what are effectively dual carriageways, 40 kilometre an hour speed limit on the Torre. And there you see that sign there, I don't know if you can see it. Possibly see it now. So that's down to the town centre, the golf, hotel, restaurants, hairdressers, and solicitors, things like that. It's all down there. So, Calle Boca Negra. Now, there's Calle Lenguado, all apartments, all villas. Quite nice, those there. Done some landscaping work and repainted, and probably done other improvements inside internally to those. Lots of improvements been made over a few years that we've owned on the Torre. Lots of people improving their apartments and making massive changes to villas, etc. So modernising from what were built in the 2000s, and things like kitchens, bathrooms, and landscaping, people putting new pools in. Calle Raya, some more villas down there. So facilities on here. You've got pools galore. I think there's 19 pools or 21 pools. 19, maybe just 19 pool areas. There, he wants to be on YouTube. So other facilities, tennis courts. There's two tennis courts there behind a big swimming pool in the villa part of down. Can't remember the name of that street, but it's where all the villas are. I'll show you that. And there's racket courts. There's like a multi-use games area, which is on the Rambla. I'll show you that as well. So this is Calle Serrano, and that side is Calle Arenque. So on Serrano, villas, they go all the way up to the boundary wall, and behind that boundary wall is the football academy, which isn't open to the Torre residents. It's run separately, and lots of professional teams come from all over Europe to train there, and usually through the winter breaks and stuff they come and train there. They stay in the hotel. In fact, the hotel usually closes in December until the end of January to accommodate visiting football teams, and probably do refurbishment, but it's not open to the public. The sub-community fees, which are lower, they cover things like the cleaning of the public areas, maintenance of the lifts, the maintenance of the car parks, and contribution towards the building maintenance, etc., and a painting program. That's an entrance to the garages. It's garage 16 and 17. That goes in on the end of Arenque and the end of where Arenque and Abadeco meet, the building Acacias. It's known as the Rambla. Basketball, kids play area. That goes on to Abadeco. Notice board, some useful information. Plan of the resort. The town centre. Deco. That is Calle Perth Espada. That goes down, we follow that road down quite a way. That comes to the back entrance near the King's College. So Calle Rape. So people ask how many, if they're empty. As you can see that all those are full, all the cars are packed outside. Well, plenty of people either staying or living in February. So they're townhouses. That's just like a little crescent, little play area in. Backs onto the boundary. The racket court's just on the end of Emperador, Calle Emperador. So there's a court there, and another court around this side. So these are free to use. you just need to use your need to book with the app, and you need to have well, it tells you there on that notice board. So I think that explains any questions you might have. The use of the racket courts. And you've got CCTV there. Again, all in good condition. Denton, sorry, end of Paradise Denton, which road runs around the outside of the resort. And that street there is Lubina, Calle Lubina. Again, one-way street. And that's a long street full of townhouses and villas. That's quite a big villa there on that corner, Denton. And that's what you see. In certain areas it's different, there's recycling. Always within reach wherever you're living, so there's no excuse not to recycle your rubbish properly. That's a lemon tree's got plenty of fruit on that one. Speed sign. Yeah. It's walking down Calle Denton, comes to the park. It's a nice one, nice wall, hasn't it? This is the one with the extension on that. I think a lot of objections, but it looks really smart. If you live on this street, or if you stayed on this street, Calle Denton, just off Lubina, put the comments below. So, well, how many play parks and gym areas. The villas, Denton onto Lubina, look at the blue sky. 16th of February. It's probably about 21 degrees. Now it's a different style. So that's got a tower. We'll put on what style I think these are, we'll find out. I think that's a Sabina, that one. House for sale with Simply Spanish, Townhouse and Townhouse. The gym area. Up to the school now. King's College. It's a nice villa, that one there. Lovely. Nice tall palm trees. So that's the school entrance, or the entrance near the school into the resort. A lot of these villas have had a lot of work done to them. This one in particular, but so that's the entrance. And exit near the school. So just past the entrance, it's a lovely little garden. This villa. So if past any villas, if you're either staying or you've seen, you've stayed at or you're living, you actually own, put in the comments below. And if you can click on the like button below, and don't forget to subscribe. Big Gaz in Spain. That is a lovely tree garden, beautiful. Okay, Cafon, tennis courts, again tub courts, and the rules for entry onto here will be the same as the rules for the paddle court. Little tennis table there as well. And then there's the swimming pool, very big swimming pool here. So if you've got a townhouse or a villa down this side, and that's probably your nearest pool, communal pool. Pool 16. Notice board. Same rules on, plan of where you are, same as the golf course there. Eighteenth hole. There's a tee for the 18th, should I say.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is walk.
Sticking bits of videos, I'll stick them all together at some point. Need a